Hello and welcome back. My name is Eric. Let's talk about NIO's announcement that they're still planning on releasing their cars coming to the market in the United States of America in 2025. My feeling, just by kind of looking around on the internet a little bit about this news item, is that a lot of people have kind of a fundamental misunderstanding of A, what he said, and B, like how these companies work. So I just really briefly want to talk about that today. First, if we actually look at the original source of what he said, it's Nikkei Asia. He apparently gave a speech at a conference called Next China in New York. Now, I don't have the full transcript of that speech. I tried to find it. I didn't find any video online or a transcript. But the main quotes that Nikkei Asia pulls out of that is the very last line of the article where he says, when he was asked if NIO would launch in 2025 for certain, he said, "That is what we said 2 years ago, but things are changing." Now, for some reason, that has been, interpreted as they're definitely launching in the United States of America in 2025. Even though when I read that, when I hear that, it sounds like he's not so confident that's going to happen. And the whole thing of it, from my perspective, is this. Yes, he's the CEO of NIO in America, but he has to follow the company line, the company being the Chinese company that basically, I'm sure he has some autonomy in how he runs the operations in America, but he needs to follow what the company has said. He doesn't have the ability to announce changes in plans, right? So if somebody asks him at this conference, is NIO launching in 2025 in America? He only has one response, which is, yes, we are, because that's what we announced 2 years ago. He doesn't have the ability in his position, even though he may be 100% confident that they're not launching in 2025 in America, but he doesn't have the ability in his position to make that announcement, to say, no, we're actually planning for 2027 now or 2028 or whatever the case may be. And that doesn't mean they're not still planning 2025. They may very well be. NIO has announced 2 years ago at NIO Day that they're going to be in 25 countries by 2025. NIO here in China has never made an announcement that they're changing that plan of 25 countries by 2025. And what this means essentially is that that's the company line, that's the company plan. Until the company officially changes that plan, that's what they're going to say. They're always going to say, yes, we're going to be in 25 countries by 2025, whenever they're asked. Okay, and even though he was asked that, he still said, but things are changing. So it wasn't even really like a super confident answer. So here's the deal. The real decisions, they come from China, right? They come from headquarters in Shanghai. They come from the top. Of course, in America, they're working on a launch in America. That's what one of the things they're working on. They're doing the market research, they're doing the planning, they're doing, whatever it is they need to do to launch a brand in America. They're working on that. Internally, the plan may be 2025. It may not be. Externally, in public, it is going to be 2025 until you get an announcement otherwise. No matter what. He's not just going to randomly change the plans of this massive company in some random interview in a random conference in New York. That's not what's going to happen. When NIO does eventually decide to announce their real plans for launching in North America, in the United States of America, sure, he might be the one that makes the announcement, but it's not going to be in a little interview like this. Presumably, it'll be at like a NIO Day event. It will almost assuredly be at an event where they have great fanfare, a big announcement of, we are launching in the United States of America, and it's going to be William Li will be there, and probably the American CEO will be there. It may be in America, it may be in China, it may be at NIO Day, but it's not going to be a random one-off throwaway line in some interview in some conference in New York. That's not how it's going to be. I guarantee it. So it's completely, in my opinion, blown out of proportion. The company policy, the company line from 2 years ago was we're launching in 2025 in America. It hasn't changed. You can't expect him to say something different, even if the plan has changed. The other thing it says here is that Ganesh Iyer, the EV maker CEO for the US, he laid out his vision for the American market at the Next China conference hosted by the China Project in New York on Thursday. He said, NIO aims to sell its first car in the US by 2025 as part of its goal to expand to 25 countries and regions. And he says, my goal and my commitment to this company is that I want all of us to buy a NIO car from our personal paycheck one day. I hope that one day will be sooner, which means that we need help from everyone: government, policymakers, supply ecosystem, and infrastructure readiness. Now again, the way I read this is it doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence that it's going to be happening sooner. He says one day sooner would be better, because as we know, there's government and policy that is very anti-competitive for imports from China. That's very quickly my thoughts. I think it's people making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't think it's really an announcement at all. I think it's just him reconfirming the plans from 2 years ago, because he's not in a position to make an announcement of anything different currently. If you want my best guess, I would say that, yeah, they are probably still hoping to launch in 2025. but probably also quite likely that they will not. But it could happen, you know? You never know what's going to happen in a year and a half, 2 years. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think they're going to launch in America in 2025? Let me know. Do you think that his answer inspires you with confidence? Again, let me know. I hope so, but you never know. I don't think so. We'll see. All right. Take care, guys. Peace out. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Stay safe. No, I'm just kidding. Peace out. Bye-bye. Okay.